I feel that we will just pay our heartfelt condolences to Bharat Ratna Lata Didi. Bharat Ratna गान सम्राज्ञी लता दीदी ह्या 6 फेब्रुवारी रोजी अनंतात विलीन झाल्या. जोपर्यंत जगात संगीत आहे तोपर्यंत लता दीदींचा आवाज आपल्या कानात नेहमीच गुंजत राहणार आहे. संगीत हा लता दीदींचा श्वास होता. त्या आज आपल्यात नाही, परंतु त्यांच्या आवाजाने त्या कायमच आपल्या बरोबर राहणार आहेत. त्यांचा आवाज हा मानवी सृष्टीतला एक अद्भुत चमत्कार होता. 3ही सप्तक मंद्र, मध्य आणि रित्या सजलेले असायचे व त्याद्वारे अनेक भावतरंग त्या श्रोत्यांपर्यंत अत्यंत मधुरतेने पोचवत असत. अशा सप्तसुरांच्या या सम्राज्ञीला भावपूर्ण श्रद्धांजली वाहण्यासाठी आपण 2 मिनिटं शांतता पाळूया. Om Shanti. Now we can start our function.
Over to Chinmay and Riya.
Good morning, respected principals, vice principals, chief guests, teachers, and all my dear friends. Myself, Ms. Riya Sunil Pagar and Mr. Chinmay Girish Kalgutkar from SYBMS welcome all for the event. Urja Transforming Youth, Online Commerce and Management Week on 21st Century Skills and Competencies for Commerce and Management from 1st February 2022 to 5th February 2022, organized by Faculty of Commerce. This event has been held for 5 days, and today we all have gathered here for the valedictory function.
Now, we begin this day with Isha Stavan and welcome song by Miss Brahmananda.
या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहार धवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युत शङ्कर प्रभृतिभिः दैवै सदा वन्दिता सा मा पातु सरस्वती भगवती निशेष जाड्यापहा.
Thank you for such a wonderful song.
We request our beloved Principal Madam, Dr. Mrs. S.V. Sun, to deliver welcome speech on this event.
Thank you. Today, chief guest and my teacher, Principal Dr. K.R. Shimpi, Vice Principal of our college, C.A. Rajesh Doshi, Dr. Mahesh Avti, all my colleagues and dear students. We have today the valedictory function of Commerce and Management Week entitled Urja, organized by Commerce faculty. Dear students, you must have enjoyed this week from 1st February to 5th February by attending, participating, and enjoying various activities, competitions related to commerce and management organized in this particular program. Simultaneously, different distinguished personalities like Mahendra Bhai Kapadia, Sarda, Principal Dr. Jitendra Herkar, Director Dr. Sulbha Ravrane, and Srimati Chipkar have enlightened us on distinct themes relevant to commerce and management. So I feel the purpose, objective in organizing this particular program, Urja, that is transforming youth, is achieved to a great extent. Students, we are really fortunate to have with us our chief guest, Principal Dr. K.R. Shimpi. Of course, Mrs. Smriti Salunke will give the formal introduction of Dr. Shimpi. I know that Dr. Shimpi is a versatile personality. I have not only learned theoretical knowledge of commerce subject from Sir, but I have experience of working with him while organizing conferences, functions, meetings. I have witnessed various qualities like excellent planning, organization, communication, coordination in persona of Dr. Shimpi. I also found him always taking care of his students. He is one of the best human beings, the apt personality to address on the theme 21st century's skills and competencies. On behalf of the college and on my personal behalf, I heartily welcome you, sir, in this particular function. I heartily congratulate all the prize winners of various competitions organized in this week program, Urja. I appreciate the efforts put in by Vice Principal Dr. Mahesh Avti, Professor Sachin Pawar, Professor Manoj Chauhan, Professor Prachi Kadam, coordinator of our BMS program, Kavita Dangre, coordinator of BAF, Smriti Salunke, coordinator of BBI, Jigna Desai, coordinator of MCOM, and all my commerce and management colleagues. Particularly, I appreciate our IT faculty members, Rupal Sheth, Vinaya Bagwe, Professor Forum, for their wholehearted cooperation. Once again, hearty congratulations to all prize winners and participant students. Once again, I welcome you all for this valedictory function of the program, Urja. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam, for motivating and guiding us for this event.
We now request our Vice Principal, Dr. Mr. Mahesh Auti sir to say few words about Commerce and Management Week we celebrated.
Good morning. Chief guest and keynote speaker of valedictory function of Online Commerce and Management Week, Urja, and my teacher, Honorable Principal Dr. K.R. Shimpi, ex-principal BYK College of Commerce, Nasik. Vice chairperson and zonal secretary of the society and principal of this college, Honorable Principal Dr. Mrs. S.V. Sant, Vice Principal C.A. R.N. Doshi, Commerce teachers, Assistant Professor Sachin Pawar and Assistant Professor Manoj Chauhan, coordinators of self-finance courses, Mrs. Prachi Kadam, Mrs. Smriti Salunke, Mrs. Kavita Dangle, Mrs. Rupal Seth, and Dr. Jigna Desai, all teachers and dear students, friends. Faculty of Commerce of our college has celebrated Online Commerce and Management Week, Urja 22, Transforming Youth, from 1st February to 5th February 2022. Our students have lot of energy, urja, enthusiasm, potential, talents, capabilities, and creativity. Only we need to identify their talents and offer them the opportunities to develop and present their talents and capabilities. By keeping in mind the same thing, we have decided to organize and celebrate Online Commerce and Management Week, Urja, to channelize the energy and enthusiasm of our students in a constructive manner for transforming the youth into committed, value-oriented, knowledge-based, skilled, and competent human asset of our country. By organizing this week, we have tried to create a platform to bridge the gap between theory and practical, academic and industry, and also for our students to show how much they are competent to shoulder the responsibilities and to face the challenges of 21st century in a successful manner. The scenario of commerce and management is ever changing and ever growing dynamically in today's new millennium. Hence, we selected the theme for this week as 21st century skills and competencies for commerce and management. On 1st February, Mr. Mahendra Bhai Kapadia, international speaker and author, futurist, inaugurated this week and enlightened us with his motivating and inaugural speech. Then management games were conducted in which about 26 students participated in management games. On 2nd February, technical session was conducted on career opportunities in commerce by Mr. Vivek Sarda, founder and director, Ideal Management Mumbai. On 3rd February, recent trends in commerce. On this sub-theme, Dr. Jitendra Aherkar, principal of B.L. Amlani College of Commerce and Economics, he worked as a resource person and he delivered. He expressed his views on recent trends in commerce. Then competition was held, future product designing, and 3 students participated in this competition. On 4th February, technical session was conducted on new trends in management by Dr. Mrs. Sulbha Raurane, professor and director, PGDM program, St. Francis Institute of Management and Research, Mumbai. Then business quiz competition was conducted and 30 students participated in this competition. On 5th February, competition on creative writing was conducted and 22 students participated in this competition. Then technical session was held on financial literacy and a resource person was Mrs. Aditi Chipkar, financial education counselor from ICICI Foundation, Mumbai. On 8th February, that is on today, we have with us Principal Dr. K.R. Shimpi, as a chief guest and keynote speaker for today's valedictory function of this Urja 2022 to guide us on a very significant and relevant main theme of this Commerce and Management Week, 21st Century Skills and Competencies for Commerce and Management. I would like to inform you that in initial period of my career in academics, I got an opportunity to work under his direct guidance for the first 3 years, and I learned so many things. He is a very committed and we can say committed and a true HR person, and he is a learned personality in the field of academics, having more than 50 years of rich experience. So he is an authority to guide us on this main theme of the Commerce and Management Week, 21st Century Skills and Competencies in Commerce and Management. He did his PhD in basic skills in commerce, so he is the right person to guide us on this particular main theme of the week. We have tried to cover significant and relevant sub-themes and invited and involved a galaxy of learned and highly experienced resource persons to share their valuable thoughts, experience, and expertise with us. And by organizing this week, our students have got a lot of practical exposure, academic inputs, and insights of the relevant themes, sub-themes, and they are benefited by the thought-provoking technical sessions and competitions conducted in this week. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful speech.
We request our Madam Professor Smriti Sarunke, DBR Coordinator, to introduce the chief guest and keynote speaker for this function.
Thank you, Ria. Good morning, one and all. Respected Principal Madam, Vice Principal, faculty members, chief guest, students, myself, Professor Smriti Sarunke, Assistant Professor from Banking and Insurance Department. It is my immense pleasure to welcome and introduce our chief guest and keynote speaker of today's function, Dr. K.R. Shimpi sir, ex-principal of BYK College of Commerce, Nashik. Sir is a PhD holder specialized in commerce, having a great experience in various subjects like business administration, banking, finance, etc. Sir was also a research guide at Pune University and Yashwantrao Open University from the year 2006-2012. Sir started his journey as a professor and headed ahead over the position being a coordinator, principal, and director of various institutions. Sir has been awarded as a Best Teacher Award from the numerous institutions. However, Sir was also awarded Deshdoot Award in the year 1996. Sir was also a member of various committees at university level, council, association, and professional organization. Sir has delivered more than 100 lectures as a guest lecturer, resource person, subject expert in commerce and management subject in various colleges. So I'm glad to get an opportunity to introduce our chief guest and keynote speaker of today's function. Thank you so much. Over to you, Ria.
Thank you so much, Professor Smriti Sarunke ma'am, for giving such a wonderful introduction of our chief guest and keynote speaker, ex-principal, Dr. K.R. Shimpi.
We would now like to request Professor Kavita Dangle Madam to make the announcements of the winners in various competitions held and organized by Faculty of Commerce during Commerce and Management Week under the event entitled Urja Transforming the Youth.
Thank you so much. Good morning to one and all present here. Respected chief guest, principal, vice principal, all faculty members and students. Myself, Kavita Dangle from Accounting and Finance Department would like to announce the winner of the competition held during the Commerce and Management Week. Before moving forward, I would like to thank all the participants who participated in various activities and showed their talent to us. Now, let's begin with management game, which was held on 1st of Feb 2022. Third prize goes to Dhananjay Bhatt from FY BAF. The second prize goes to Nidhi Moria from SYBMS. And the first prize goes to Prajwal Mamunkar from SYBCom. Now, for the ad making competition, which was held on 2nd February 2022, and the winner is Pooja Nishad from SYBA. The third winner for the future product designing competition, which was held on 3rd February 2022, and the consolation prize goes to Siddharth Gavali, FYBCom, and Uma Moria from TYBCom. First prize of future product designing goes to Pradnya Kule from SYBMS. Now, for the business quiz competition, which was held on 4th February 2022. These are our winners. Consolation prize is shared between two groups, Business Center group of Sakshi Gulde and Yuvraj Kerle from FYBAF and 5152 group of Sumita Sonpatki and Aditi Sonavne from TYBAF. The second prize goes to Purple Dust group of Rutuja Vichare and Divya Dabade from SYBAF. And the first prize goes to Dream Team group of Purvika Kohli and Vedika Kohli from FYBAF. Now, the winner of creative writing, which was held on 5th February 2022, the consolation prize goes to Harshita Mandalia from TYBCom. Third prize goes to Pradnya Kule from SYBMS. The second prize winner is Pranit More from FYBAF. And the first prize goes to Rimsha Sidole from TYBCom. Heartiest congratulations to all the winners and thank you for your active participation. Over to you.
Now, let us hear the feedbacks from our students from this event entitled Urja Transforming Youth. So first, I would like to request Priya Biswas from TYBMS to share the feedback with us.
A very good morning to everyone. Myself, Priya Biswas from TYBMS. On behalf of my class, I would like to express my sincere gratitude and thanks to our Principal Madam, Vice Principal, Chief Guest, judges, teachers, and the Urja management team for organizing virtual games. We deeply appreciate the way you have been working hard to make this successful. We all had a great time playing games and it was quite fun. Despite the ongoing pandemic, we all had a chance to meet and communicate with everyone virtually. This will always be a memorable moment in our lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Priya, for your kind words. Next, I would like to request Sanskriti Shirke from SYBMS to share the feedback with us.
Hello, good morning. Myself Sanskriti Shirke from SYBMS. Firstly, thank you so much for this successful event. Everyone here enjoyed it. Everyone had a great enjoyment. And as we know, the event was in online mode. But there were students participation. And thank you so much for this wonderful event. And personally, I had a great time. And all the games were really interesting and fun. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sanskriti, for your kind words. Next, I would like to request Anuj Vengurlekar from TYBMS to express his feedback.
Hello, good morning everyone. Myself Anush Vengulekar from TY BMS. The Urja Transforming Youth event started on Tuesday, 1st February, and I took part in management games held on the same day. I succeeded in the first two tasks, but I failed to complete the third one, so I did not qualify for the final round. But I had really fun in the three tasks I did. The picture game was especially my favorite. Really love the arrangement done by the organizations of the Urja event, and it was really great to have a little mental refreshment through this event. I would love to thank the entire Urja team and Principal Ma'am for arranging such a wonderful event. Thank you all.
Thank you, Anush, for your feedback.
We would now like to request the Honorable Chief Guest and keynote speaker, ex-principal, Dr. K.R. Shimpi Sir, to guide and say a few words.
Sir, please unmute करा ना.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Now you are audible.
Good morning to all.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
In the beginning, I thank Principal Madam for organizing this event and inviting me to present a keynote address on this occasion. Principal Dr. Santa Madam, Vice Principals Dr. Mahesh Auti, Professor Joshi, faculty members, members of the organizing committee, and students' friends. I am very happy to meet you on this occasion and to share with you some of my thoughts and ideas on this occasion. The Commerce and Management Week, called Urja, Transforming the Youth for Our Future. Very wonderful title and very effective presentation by various speakers and students on this occasion. In the beginning, I appreciate the comparers of this program, Priya, and the feedback given by various students. Anuja, Anuj, Sanskruti, Biswas, and the madam who introduced me, Smriti Saunke. I am very much thankful for their feedback and introduction on this occasion. Before I start with my presentation on the topic given to me, very relevant topic, 21st century skills and competencies required to transform our youth for their future career and for building a nation like our Indian developing economy. Now, before I start my presentation, I would just pay my tribute to Bharat Ratna Lata Didi Mangeshkar by sharing with you these two clips, video clips. Please listen. I also thank Professor Dr. Uttam Karmakar, Professor of Marathi from Nashik Road College, for giving me technical support. In this presentation, I am going to share 2-3 more clips which will give the idea that how skills are important in our career and how these skills are to be converted into competencies by our great efforts. Now the topic given to me is 21st century skills and competencies. Now let us have introduction of the subject. Now as an individual, our performance at workplace particularly depends on number of factors. Which are those factors which lead to our performance? Good performance, better performance, excellent performance. This depends upon how we develop these elements in our personality and make use of these qualities, attributes in our day-to-day life, particularly work performance. Now, as an individual, our performance depends on knowledge of the subject. Number 2, how this knowledge is to be applied in practical life, which is called a skill. Skill is an ability to do something, to perform something. For example, if we learn to drive a car, driving a car is a skill that is required. But driving a car in a city like Mumbai, in a traffic, requires competency. So the skill is the ability to drive a car, but to drive that car very effectively is a competency that is very necessary. For a teacher like us, knowing the subject, maybe accountancy, commerce and management, but giving knowledge to our students through lecture and other methods require a skill. But when a teacher like you, Outi sir and others, when our students also, when they present their paper in a seminar, this presentation is a competency. So skill is ability. That is what is required. But how to use it is reflected in competency. So I know the subject, I have a communication skill, but presenting that skill requires competency. So we have to understand the distinction between knowledge, that is information of a subject, then how to use that information in our practical life, that requires skill, that is ability to do something. And that skill, when it attains a particular standard or expected performance in a given environment with a proper behavior, is called competence. So for our good performance, better performance, knowledge is not sufficient. We require skills in those areas which are to be converted into competencies by your right type of behavior in a given situation. So all of us, teachers and students, have a communication skill. How to read, how to write, how to speak, how to listen. These skills are with us, but these skills are to be used in a presentation, maybe in the classroom, in the seminar, in a group discussion, or on any other platform that requires competency. So in a given situation, the presenter have to behave properly so that it becomes an effective presentation. I'm going to share with you one video clip later on, where we know that Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, who conducts a program Kaun Banega Crorepati, and we see his performance, that how you interact with the participant, how he questions, and how he appreciates and motivate the participant in Kaun Banega Crorepati. So he has that skill and competency to present the idea, raise the questions, motivate the participant, and get the proper feedback. So you see, number of skills are converted into competencies for conducting this program like Kaun Banega Crorepati. So I talk about 3 factors which govern our performance, particularly at a workplace or any given situation. The other factor is attitude. We have to develop right type of attitude. How my knowledge, my skill and competencies can contribute for the development of my organization, and organization is a part of economic system which will also contribute for the development of our country like India. So this right type of attitude is very important. Then in addition to that attitude, we require values, the principles that we have to follow in our life. For example, business ethics, honesty, integrity, loyalty to organization. These are the values that we have to nurture and develop in our process of teaching and learning. So knowledge is important. Knowledge is to be applied in practical field, that is skills to be applied in a given situation with the right type of behavior, competency, with right attitude, values, with motivation in a given environment that will lead to the performance. And every day we have to make an effort how my today's performance can be improved tomorrow. So when we work at a particular place, we are beginners. We acquire experience, and that experience or the mistakes help us to improve our performance. So while entering in an organization, we have some basic knowledge, some training, some skill that are to be applied in a given situation. And the employers now expect that we need well developed students, not only graduates. We need students who are good performance, and this good performer implies that they have acquired knowledge, they have acquired skills, they are able to prove their competencies with right attitude, proper business, proper values they have developed in life, and in a given environment with their experience, they give the performance. So every employer expects a performance, and through training and development, we have to see that how this performance can be improved to attain the expected standards or to attain the expected goals. So what we have to now understand that as far as these 6 or 7 factors are concerned, they govern our performance. Once again, I repeat, the knowledge, skills, positive attitude, values, experience, given environment, and the culture, work culture that we have developed will lead to our performance. So to improve this performance and to transform our youth for our future, now these youth who are studying in the colleges through lecture method, they have to be supported with some other methods, new methods, modern methods, which will help them to develop the right type of skills and competencies that is demanded by the business world. Now, I am going to focus in the other next part of my presentation that what skills are necessary. Now, in my research work for PhD, I identified 27 skills of 3 types: general skills, specific skills, and management skills. General skill, for example, every graduate, every human being to be successful in life must have effective communication skill, which includes reading, writing, speaking, and listening, and presentation also. So this is general skill. But when I work in accounts department, so I must have accounts writing skill. When I work in the office, I must have drafting skills, filing skill, record keeping skill. So these specific skills are related with the job, with some activity. While the general skill is required, which is useful at every level, whether you are in the office, whether you are in at family, or whether you are in the society. Communication skill is a general skill. Motivation is a general skill. But to do a particular job, a teacher, a communication skill, teaching skill is a specific skill. In addition to this specific skill, we require management skill. We have to manage ourselves, we have to manage our group, we have to manage our organization at large. The Prime Minister has to manage the whole country. The administrators have to manage the organizations. For that, they require management skill. For example, conceptual skill, problem solving skill, decision making skill, human relation skills. So these are the time management skills. So these are the skills to manage ourselves, to manage others, and to manage the organizations. So if you are aware of the general skills, specific skills, and management skills, and if you transfer them in the competencies in a given situation with your right type of behavior, right type of performance, you will see that you become a successful person in your field, in your career, in your organization, contributing for the development of the organization at large. So these skills are important. Now, these skills can be better explained by seeing some video clips which will focus that how the skills are to be applied in a given situation that gives us a performance. Ultimately, we are interested in getting good performance, excellent performance, which will contribute towards our organizational goals and objectives. Let us see some more video clips on developing the skills and their application in a given situation, that is competencies that lead to the performance. दोन क्लिप्स क्लिप दाखव टाटांची दाखव ते रतन टाटा आवाज
रतन टाटा जी एक ऐसे नेक और महान इंसान जिनके जीवन का मुख्य उद्देश्य देश के लोगों के जीवन की गुणवत्ता को बढ़ाना तथा मानवता का विकास करना। रतन टाटा जी हमारे देश के सबसे सम्मानित व्यक्तियों में से एक। उन्हें पद्मश्री, पद्म भूषण, पद्म विभूषण जैसे अनेकों अवार्ड से सम्मानित किया जा चुका है। उनके द्वारा कही गई बातें संपूर्ण भारतवर्ष में सफलता प्राप्त करने के इच्छुक व्यक्तियों के द्वारा पूरी शिद्दत के साथ स्वीकार की जाती है। आज मैं आपको रतन टाटा जी की कही 3 ऐसी महत्वपूर्ण बातें बताऊंगा जिसे जानकर, इसे फॉलो करके कोई भी व्यक्ति अपने जीवन में बदलाव कर सक्सेस को अचीव कर सकता है। पहली बात जो रतन टाटा जी कहते हैं वो है कि लोहे को कोई नष्ट नहीं कर सकता, लेकिन उसकी खुद की जंग उसे नष्ट कर देती है। वैसे ही कोई और नहीं बल्कि खुद की सोच और मानसिकता ही इंसान को बर्बाद कर देती है। ये सच है कि हर व्यक्ति बड़ा बनना चाहता है, धनवान और सक्सेसफुल होना चाहता है, परंतु उसके लिए उतनी कोशिश, मेहनत और संघर्ष नहीं करना चाहता। सिर्फ चाहने से और सपने देखने से ही यदि कोई अमीर होता तो आज हर कोई अमीर और सक्सेसफुल होता। हर एक इंसान के अंदर इतनी क्षमता होती है कि वो अपने जीवन में बड़े से बड़े मुकाम को हासिल कर सकता है, परंतु अधिकांश लोग उसको अंडर एस्टिमेट करते हैं और या तो फेलियर के डर से रिस्क नहीं ले पाते या फिर उनके आरामदायक जीवन में कोई बाधा न उत्पन्न हो जाए, इसके लिए वे अपने कंफर्ट जोन में ही कैद रह जाते हैं, या फिर चल रहा है चलने दो जैसी सोच के कारण लाइफ में स्टक हो जाते हैं। यही कारण है कि अधिकतर लोग अपनी क्षमता, अपने पोटेंशियल का इस्तेमाल किए बिना छोटे मोटे कार्यों में ही अपने जीवन को व्यर्थ गंवा देते हैं। दोस्तों याद रखना, पैर की मोच और छोटी सोच इंसान को जिंदगी में कभी आगे बढ़ने नहीं देती। स्वामी विवेकानंद ने भी कहा है कि खुद को कमजोर समझना सबसे बड़ा पाप है। जैसा तुम सोचोगे वैसा ही बन जाओगे। खुद को निर्बल मानोगे तो निर्बल बन जाओगे, और सबल मानोगे तो सबल बन जाओगे। दूसरी महत्वपूर्ण बात जो रतन टाटा जी ने कहा है वो है कि पेड़ काटने से पूर्व कुल्हाड़ी की धार देखने की आवश्यकता है। इसलिए जब 8 घंटे में पेड़ काटना हो तो 6 घंटे कुल्हाड़ी की धार तेज करने में लगाएं। इससे सफलता प्राप्त होने के अवसर कई गुना बढ़ जाते हैं। दोस्तों आप इस बात से एग्री करोगे कि आजकल अधिकतर नौजवान अपने किसी एक आइडिया पर ज्यादा देर तक नहीं, उनका लक्ष्य, उनकी प्रायोरिटी फ्रीक्वेंटली चेंज होते रहता है। कभी वे इंजीनियर बनना चाहते हैं तो कभी एक क्रिकेटर बनना चाहते हैं तो कभी सिंगर, कभी एक अच्छी गवर्नमेंट जॉब पाना चाहते हैं तो कभी एक एंटरप्रेन्योर, कभी एक यूट्यूबर बनने का ख्याल हावी हो जाता है। इससे क्या होता है कि उनका सारा फोकस और एनर्जी डिवाइडेड हो जाता है और कोई रिजल्ट प्राप्त नहीं होता। आप अपने जीवन में क्या करना चाहते हैं, क्या बनना चाहते हैं, सबसे पहले डिसाइड तो करना ही पड़ेगा। एक बार जब आपने अपना गोल, अपना लक्ष्य डिसाइड कर लिया, फिर उससे रिलेटेड नॉलेज इकट्ठा करें, जरूरी स्किल व हुनर को सीख लें। आप उस फील्ड के बारे में इतना नॉलेज इकट्ठा कर लें, अपने हुनर की धार को इतना तेज कर लें कि कोई भी बाधा व मुश्किलें आपके सामने टिक न सके। अपनी पूरी एनर्जी, फोकस, नॉलेज और स्किल को सिर्फ उससे डायरेक्शन में लगा दें जो आपके लक्ष्य तक जाते हैं। आप इसमें अपना जी जान झोंक दें, फिर सक्सेस को अचीव करने से आपको कोई भी रोक नहीं सकता। स्वामी विवेकानंद ने भी कहा है कि एक विचार लो, विचार को अपना जीवन बना लो, उसके बारे में सोचो, उसके सपने देखो, विचार को जियो, अपने मस्तिष्क, मांसपेशियों, नसों, शरीर के हर हिस्से को विचार को जाने दो और बाकी सभी विचार को किनारे रखो। यही सफल होने का तरीका है। तीसरी सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट बात जो रतन टाटा जी कहते हैं वो है कि आगे बढ़ने के लिए जीवन में उतार चढ़ाव जरूरी है, क्योंकि ईसीजी में भी एक सीधी लाइन का मतलब होता है कि हम चिंता नहीं। दोस्तों जब तक कोई व्यक्ति असफलताओं से, मुश्किलों से, चुनौतियों से डरता रहेगा तब तक वह सक्सेस को हासिल नहीं कर सकता, क्योंकि दुनिया के जितने भी सफल और महान इंसान
Now we'll see the one more video clip.
जब आप अपने लक्ष्य, अपने सपने को पूरा करने के लिए आगे बढ़ते हैं तो
एक 40 मिनट की क्लास के लिए टीचर को 4 घंटे मेहनत करनी। सर, पुलिस और डॉक्टर्स की तरह हम लोगों ने भी एक 40 मिनट की क्लास के लिए टीचर को 4 घंटे मेहनत करनी। सर, पुलिस और डॉक्टर्स की तरह हम लोगों ने भी, एजुकेटर्स ने भी इस कोविड टाइम में बहुत मेहनत की है और हम लोग भी कोरोना वॉरियर्स हैं। उन भावी डॉक्टरों, इंजीनियरों, पुलिस कर्मियों को गढ़ा है जो आज से शायद ईश्वर न करे ऐसा कोई पैंडेमिक, ऐसी कोई स्थिति हमारे देश में दोबारा बने, पर अगर कभी कठिन समय आएगा तो हमारे बनाए हुए ये डॉक्टर, इंजीनियर्स पूरी दुनिया के काम आएंगे। पर हम लोगों को कोई रिकॉग्निशन नहीं मिला। मैं आज इस मंच से चाहती हूँ, ये मंच ऐसा है सर जहाँ पर खड़े होने के बाद कोई भी साधारण नहीं होता। इस मंच से अगर हम एक बार सब खड़े होकर टीचर्स के लिए क्लैप करें, उन्हें सैल्यूट करें, तो उनके लिए सबसे बड़ी
Student friends and teachers, we have seen these 2 video clips. One by Ratanji Tata. He has given the key factors for our success. We have to make efforts, focus on our goals, and learn from our failures also. In other clip, you have seen the role of a teacher and how these communication skills are effective in conducting the program like Kaun Banega Crorepati. Now we will share some slides where I have identified some skills that students should acquire through a period of 3 years at FY, SY level. Now, if through your practicals in commerce and management, if you are able to acquire these skills, you will see that you will not be only a qualified person, but you will be a competent person to enter the future world of work. Let us see the slides. Friends, due to shortage of time, I'm not going to discuss each and every slide, but I will highlight the skills required for this century and how these skills are to be converted into competencies through our efforts and proper behavior at the workplace. Let us, number one, according to Webster's New Dictionary, skill is the ability to use one's knowledge effectively and readily in execution or performance. Technical expertise, a power or habit of doing any particular thing competently. Next. Competencies are the application of skills in a given environment where behavior part is very important. For example, when we enter any shop, salesman is there, but if he don't greet us, smile at us, then his skill is not important. So his behavior at the sales counter is also important. That is his sales competency. Next. Now you see that to be successful in our life, there are so many factors. Honesty, that is values, hard work, confidence, general skill, team spirit, patience, and skills. So skill is the foundation that will lead us to our success. Next. Now, there are different levels of learning when we adopt any teaching learning method, right from lecture method, guest lecture, group discussion, seminar, workshop, case study, project work, field work, vacation training. All these new methods of teaching and learning will help us become a better and competent young man or woman. Now, in the levels of learning, we have to focus not only on knowledge, but understanding, that is comprehension of the knowledge, its application to develop a skill, analysis of the knowledge for making a decision, then assembling the various parts that we have seen for taking a decision, and taking a decision, that is judging the things in a given situation. Now, when we have a problem like corona pandemic, so we have to solve this problem with finding what things are responsible for it and how to overcome this pandemic. That is evaluation. So in the levels of learning, you have to focus not only on first two parts, knowledge and comprehension, but application is important. Analysis of information is important. Relating that information is important, and coming to a decision and solving the problems in a given situation is the end of our learning process, or is the outcome of our learning process. Next. Next, same thing. Now, here, as I told you in the beginning, that I studied 90 skills for my PhD work, the study of skills in commerce. By studying 90 skills, I have identified 27 skills that students should develop over a period of 3 years by adopting new teaching learning methods. And these skills cannot be developed overnight, but we have 3 years time in our learning situation where we can develop general skills, specific skills, and management skills. I will just read the list which is before me, and you can focus on it step by step. Application of knowledge through our practical. comprehension, observation, thinking skill, logical thinking, analytical thinking, creative thinking. Communication skills, as I told you, include speaking, writing, reading, and listening, decision making and problem solving, public relations, self-awareness and self-evaluation, intellectual and learning skill, management of our time, and developing self-confidence for better performance. Now we'll come to the specific skill related to the specific job. Next. Drafting of letters and reports. For commerce students, it is very important. Filing and record picking, computing and programming, accounts writing and accounting, costing, behavioral skills in the workplace, marketing and salesmanship, and entrepreneurship skills. These are some of the specific skills related with our jobs offered to the commerce and management students. And management skills are universal, required in any field. Next. Conceptual skill, that is developing idea or solving a problem in a given situation, that require conceptual skill at the top level. Vision. So what exactly we want to achieve over a period of 5 years, 10 years, that requires a vision. As our ex-president APJ Abdul Kalam has seen a vision for our country, India 2020, to develop as one of the best country, #1 country in the world. That is his vision. And for that we have to contribute. Planning and forecasting, organizing, leadership and motivation, human relation skill, understanding people and getting the thing done from it, team building for group performance, and creativity and innovation, developing new ideas and implementing in the practice, whether at industry or in office, is the need of the present century. So creativity, innovation, and analytical and critical thinking are the requirements of the present century when we want to work at a managerial levels. Next. Now this is a summary of our list. Next. Now you see various photographs where people are involved in performing something. Teacher is teaching, somebody is presenting his idea, practicals are conducted in the computer lab, some artists are performing, singing a song, and our students are playing on the ground. All these things help us to develop our competencies. So now we will see one more video clip and then I will summarize the thing. We'll go to the one more clip. Excellent performance and how it is achieved by our artists. You see one of these very famous performance by Kartiki Gaikwad.
मोठीत डोळे हसत कुतू कुतू
Friends, through these video clips, we have seen the performance of different performers, starting with Lata Didi Mangeshkar, our Bharat Ratna awardee, Ratanji Tata, Amitabh Bachchan, a teacher participant in that video clip, Kartiki Gaikwad. What we learn that we have to develop skill and convert it into competencies to give a such performance which performs a job in a given situation up to the mark, up to the standards. Now, at the end of this presentation, because time pressure is there, just when I studied 90 skills, now I have seen 27 skills in 3 groups: general, specific, and management skills. Now, once again, I will focus only on 10 top skills that you have to focus and acquire through your teaching learning process. I am not able to give the details of these skills. As a commerce and management student and teacher, you are aware of these skills, but these skills cannot be developed only by reading certain things. A practice is required. This practice can be done by adopting new methods of teaching and learning. For example, seminar is an opportunity for presentation. Group discussion is an opportunity to communicate with our friends. Case study is an opportunity for problem solving skill. Project work is an opportunity for communication skill, problem solving skill, decision making skill, writing skills, and all that. So these new methods of teaching and learning and actual training in the industry, internship, will help you to develop these basic skills and convert them into competencies for better performance. I will just summarize the important top 10 skills which are required from every commerce graduate for his future career. I will just narrate them. Communication skills, as I told you, it is a very core competency required for our commerce graduate. Communication implies effective reading, writing, speaking, listening, and presenting our ideas in a group or in a seminar. Then creative thinking, developing new ideas at workplace and implementing them for better performance. Negotiation skills, the salesman and a customer, when they communicate with each other or bargain with each other, that is called negotiation skill. Or negotiation may be between seller and customer, maybe between two countries, two organizations, very important skill. Then human relation skill, how to get the things done from people, how to motivate them, how to improve their performance, how to lead them, are called human relation skill, very important. Problem solving and decision making skill. At the managerial level, every day we meet with so many problems of people and the customers. So we have to understand them, analyze them, judge them, and take a decision and solve the problem. Motivation, leadership. As a manager, as a principal, as a group leader, you have to motivate people and lead them to achieve our goals in the organization. Behavioral skill. Our right type of behavior at workplace is very important. How we deal with our subordinate, how we contact our seniors, and how we perform our role at different levels is very important. That requires behavior. How to use our skill in a given situation. Behavioral part. We have seen the behaviors of various stalwarts in our video clips, how they behave, how they perform, how do they become effective in performing their role. He may be Amitabh Bachchan or Kartiki Gaikwad. Then marketing. Without marketing, no business can succeed. So marketing is a skill and competency that we have to acquire and develop. Now, entrepreneurship skill. Every student is not expected to get a job, but is expected to be entrepreneur and give job to other. So that we have to study, learn, and develop that skill also. And conceptual skill, which is required at a top level, how to develop ideas and translate those ideas in a given situation for our better performance. So these are the 10 top skills and competencies that is the need of the hour. And that is why your organizers, Professor Auti, Principal Madam, have suggested that the Urja, the energy, the enthusiasm is required to transform our youth for our future development. This youth can be transformed only with the help of knowledge, skills, competencies, right attitude, right values, and proper behavior in a given situation where we can improve our today's performance in a better performance. So we have to prepare ourselves how we can perform better tomorrow and contribute to the objectives of our organization and nation at large. Once again, I thank Principal Santa Madam, Auti Sir, Joshi Sir, faculty member, student who have participated in various competitions and in this Commerce Week for their performance in the competitions. I also congratulate the organizers and students winners for their achievements in this Commerce and Management Week. Once again, I thank you all, and I also specifically thank Professor Dr. Uttam Karmarkar for providing this technical support in this presentation and making this presentation more effective and interesting. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Principal Dr. K.R. Shimpi sir, for such a wonderful speech while enlightening us on these 21st century skills and competencies. Thank you so much, sir.
We would now like to request Assistant Professor Manoj Chavan sir to propose the vote of thanks.
Good morning, everyone. It is my privilege to have been asked to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion. On behalf of Sri Pausar Vartak College, I extend a really hearty vote of thanks to our chief guest, Principal Dr. K.R. Shimpi sir, who spared time from his busy schedule to grace this occasion. Sir also highlighted the skills required in 21st century. Thank you very much, sir, for your valuable guidance. I am extremely thankful to Principal Dr. S.V. Sam for their continuous guidance, support, and to organize such kind of activity. I also thank Vice Principal Dr. Auti sir and Sri R.N. Doshi sir for their guidance and support. I thank all the judges who took an active participation in this event. All self-finance coordinators, including Professor Kavita Dangle Madam, Professor Pachikadam Ma'am, Professor Smriti Saranki Ma'am, Professor Rupal Seth Ma'am, and Dr. Jigna Desai, are also playing an important role to make this program successful. I thank all of you for your valuable contribution. I thank all teachers in charge of this program for their support and valuable contribution. I also thank the technical person, Mrs. Koram Shah Madam, Yuna Bagu Madam, and Yogesh Sir for their technical support. I thank all teaching and non-teaching staff for their direct and indirect support. Last but not least, I thank all students who actively participate in this program. Thank you very much, all of you. Now, with the permission of Principal Madam, I declare this program is over.
Thank you so much.